Hi guys, it's me, Phoenix Spartan. I know I haven't been on for a while, and it's just I'm having trouble making a video. But a movie that's been produced by this one man named Sergei Bodrov, which I'm very disappointed at. Oh, Sergei, did you even read the book? Did you just have someone read the book for you, and you gave them like a night to read it? You just had them skim through the pages and see what was what. Because I don't really think that your trailer is very promising from how much it lacks from the book. And no, the book that I'm talking about is not Seventh Son. It's not called that. It's called The Last Apprentice. This book is about where this kid named Tom Ward, the name of the main character in the movie, is a seventh son of his father, who is a seventh son. And since he's the seventh son and he's the youngest of the family, he doesn't get the land that his father gave. He has to get a job. And since he's the seventh son of a seventh son, and that twice, his father decided to call the local spook John Gregory. Hence, spook, in which the spook does is you take care of boggarts, witches, ghosts, creatures of the dark, which pretty much involve boggarts, witches, ghosts, and demons, mostly. But in the movie, what? An army of knights that fight against witches? I'm pretty sure that there aren't 1,000. Like, how many would there have to be? 14,000 people. There'd have to be 7,000. Are you nuts? Jesus, there'd be 7,000 more people than there were back then. A lot. And my pepper fell. Anyway, I'm also going a little bit against your choice of actors, Mr. Bodrov. As in, say, Jeff Bridges as the spook. I don't really, to be honest, I don't really see Jeff as the kind of person to take Mr. Gregory's position. I see, when I look at Mr. Bridges, I see more like the old funny man. And don't see someone as serious as the spook is. The spook, he barely even makes one funny thing that makes me laugh. Like, I mean, I'm on book 8 of the series, and there's been, like, what? 2 things that made me laugh. The rest of it was just more serious. So I don't see Mr. Jeff Bridges as being a good actor for the spook. Like, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying that he just doesn't look like the kind of person the spook would be. But if you look at, I had another idea for an actor. That actor would have to be Liam Neeson. He looks more like a man who wouldn't look like the spook, as you barely ever see him as a funny man. You see him more as, in movies, serious and everything, like in Star Wars. Like when he's as Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars. He's pretty serious. Ha ha ha! Yeah, you want to look at my mouse. Okay, just a second. Okay, because you want to see what you don't want to really. You really don't want to see this or this or whatever Mr. Bridges' mustache is as the spook. Because that doesn't really look much like the spook. To me, the spook doesn't even have a beard. Well, he does. Imagine this longer down here. Actually, this is more accurately as the spook's beard. You want to see Liam Neeson as the actor. And what's up with the main character? Hello? That's not a 12-year-old boy. That's not a 13-year-old boy. That's a freaking grown man. Hello? Who is that? Well, you'll have to look up who he is, but Ben Barnes. That's who he is, as I'm looking at the list of actors here. Ben Barnes. If my mouse would cooperate for a little bit. Hold on. Ben Barnes. He does not strike me as pretty much a character either. Frickin' mouse! You are fighting against the force. You should not want to fight with. One that will throw you in the trash can. Without hesitation. Yes, if you look up Ben Barnes, yes, spelled B-A-R-N-E-S, you'll see that he doesn't really look much like the actor you want. He's 20. He looks like he's around his 20s. In the book, like freaking Tom is not 20. He's 12, 13 years old. He's 13. He's a teenager. This man is a man past 18. Mr. Bodrov, I know you're there just adding in some new stuff, but come on! Really? And as for the swords, what happened to the staves with the retractable blades? That was a lot more useful. Seeing that the sword is one thing where you have to go like this or this, and you still have a weak spot to where someone can walk up and hit you. Whereas as it's a staff, you can block 2 people at one time. You can block one guy, and then when another guy comes around you can turn the other end and block it. And then you just move out of the way. Hello! And as for another thing, they say rowan wood is supposed to affect witches. Not steel. Unless that sword is made of iron. In which, actually, they have to throw an they have to throw iron particles at them. They have to throw them at them. Yes, that's how it works. Don't question it. Because apparently, how this works is they have to inhale it. Or have to get it all over their face or whatever. And that's where I get angry about the swords. There were no swords with the boy in Hell Book 8, which is what I am on right now. Morning! I'm not really looking much at the camera, am I? Yeah, fix it. Please work, you swine. There we go. But seriously, the fudge. Why the fudge not brownies? What the fudge not brownies? What is this? I mean, oh yeah, and for Alice. Good morning there, sir. Alice Deane, by Alicia Vikander. I could tell you many mistakes about that. One, if you look at Alice in the book, she's got dark hair. She's just as young as freaking Tom. My God! God! Oh! I think they're giving these guys too much A's. Also, for John Gregory, he doesn't have a mustache. He has a beard, not a mustache. Like that. Like, yes, he has a mustache like that, but not one that grows out past the beard where you can see it. It's connected to the beard. And the beard is a lot longer than Mr. Bridges is. But anyway, back to Alice. What? They don't meet by a river. They don't. They meet on the side of a road. Not by the river, but past a trail leading up to the spook's house. Good morning there, sir. And the necklace. What is that? You're ruining my book. Last Apprentice kept me up all night reading it, just so I can finish it and get to the next book. But this, I don't want to give this thing 2 seconds to watch it. I'll just be sitting there at the theater looking at it for like 5 minutes. Goodbye. My God, sir, Mr. Bodrov, I'm not trying to offend you in any way, but come on. And those of you guys who think it's not that bad, go take a look at the reactions at the channel where I watched the trailer. I believe with movie pictures something. It was something movie pictures. Hold on. I gotta look this up. I'm not really. Hold on. Good morning. Hold on. Yeah. But if you want to go check out the trailer yourself and see the reactions on it, look up Seventh Son and look at the one behind movie clips trailers. Movie clips trailers. Movie clips is completely in capitals. I'm just so disappointed. This is an offending to Joseph Delaney. What is this? And just so you know, Joseph Delaney is the author. Yeah. But, and are we even in England? That doesn't look like England. It looks like the northern part of North America. Doesn't look like England, because you can tell if you read the books, you'll know that that it involves Lancashire, which is part of England. For God's sakes! Thirdly, those big monsters, not the dragon, like the big creatures, what are those? I'd like to know what those are. If they're boggarts, I'm gonna murder the director. If they're trolls, I'm gonna murder the director. Oh, am I cross-eyed? I hope not. Anyway, I don't know what those are. Those are definitely not boggarts, because boggarts are in buildings and they are smaller than that. And as for trolls, no. And boggarts are supposed to look like ghostly beings, like the puffed up version of the boogeyman from Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm just so confused. Just doesn't work. I may be criticizing too much here, but I think that the director has looked at things a little too strange. And the Dragon Blade thing. When does that show up anywhere? There has been nothing involving dragons in the entire freaking series. Not even once. And during this time, this is the witch hunt. This is around when everyone goes to America, when the witch hunt starts. The one where a bunch of innocent women are accused of being witches. Just because they look like them. So what on earth would the dragon be there? Because they stopped believing that dragons even exist. And thirdly, when does a dragon have two sets of arms? Seriously? Oh, I makes you smarter because I have more arms! Yay! No. No. And as for flailing those giant fans that you call axe blades, what? It's not even shown. If you're gonna have someone flailing around blades, at least put Grimalkin in there, the witch assassin. And yes, there's a witch assassin. I know it looks weird, but you have to read the thing. You have to read the novel to. You have to read the entire the series to realize that. Not the entire series, up to book. I think 4 or 5, whatever. But Jesus. Thirdly, where's the Spook's big mansion with the blocker that protects them? I think we'd want to see that. Don't you? In the book, the Spook has a mansion. In this, he doesn't. He has a big base. Anyway, I think the actors. Oh, and for Mother Malkin. Oh yeah, Julianne Moore. She really brings out the old lady in Mother Malkin. What? That looks like she's only in her 40s. Mother Malkin is depicted as being in her 60s or 70s, with a son who's murderous. And Boney Lizzie. Boney Lizzie's supposed to look like her daughter. Dang it, I spoiled it! Well, you don't know who her daughter is, so. You don't know. Even so. What? Boney Lizzie does not look like her daughter at all. And if you actually read the novel, you know that Boney Lizzie is Alice Deane's mother. Oh my. Doesn't look like Boney Lizzie. Boney Lizzie is the older version of Alice. Not literally. You know. You could have at least found someone that looked older than Alicia Vikander. You could have found someone that looked a little older than her. I don't think that's possible, seeing that. Oh, I don't know. The characters must be freaking around her teens. In fact, both Tom Ward and Alice Dean are in their teens by then. Morning, everybody! Eggs and bacon are on the table in front of your face! What is with this? If I go to that movie and it's worse than anything. Oh, God. And this Radu character. Who is he? He's not in Last Apprentice. As an added character. You're ruining the Last Apprentice series. And what about the Spook's Library and Bestiary? He's supposed to have a freaking big journal of it. This is not just adding tiny things in. This is freaking redoing the entire story. Just keeping the characters' names. Oh, and Mother Malkin was in one of the pits that the Spook had. in his back garden. She was trapped in a pit, and Tom was tricked into giving her pies of children's flesh. Well, not pies, cakes, whatever they are. He was tricked into giving them to her, so she'd escape. In this, she's depicted as having been left. Just ran off. That's useful. And I don't even know what the dragon is. She dies at Tom's house. Yes. She died at Tom's house. So all I have to say to you guys is, I'm just wondering why this is even here. Just why? Why? Why, Sergei? Why? Why, Sergei? I thought you were awesome. Just kidding, you probably are, but what is this? He's taking everything in the story in the first book. This is all based from the first book. And he's rewriting it. They better not be somewhere else in Chippenden. They better still be in Chippenden. They better still be in Chippenden. But I don't even have to look in the movie to know that there's a lot of misplaced crap in this. My God, just to make sure, I looked up short trailers on short movies that people made on YouTube for this show, for this book. I found the trailers for those ones ran off of $20, were more connected to the story than this was. And I don't know. Maybe they didn't give the right to take copyright off of it. But seriously, if you're gonna at least make a story, at least keep the storyline right. I don't care if you add characters in there. Keep to the storyline. I'd like to see how Alice and Tom met in motion picture. I'd like to see it correctly. I swear. I don't know, maybe I'm just overdoing this. And you don't really see the town of Chippenden that much as like a walled place. No, they were like in Mona, on the island of Mona, and in wherever the Bill Arkwright was. But I'm just so confused right now. Alright. Just to say, this movie, if it's awful, I'm gonna have... So help me God! If this movie actually gets millions of dollars and gets a freaking positive review, strike me down! He's remaking the story. He's rewriting it. And I don't like that. And I'm not saying that Mr. What's his face? Mr. Bodrov, Sergei Bodrov sounds kind of like, which by the name and by the first and last name, he might be somewhere in Russia or Ukraine or somewhere around there, maybe in Europe or Asia. But Mr. Bodrov, you have to read a little bit more. The characters are off. Like, I mean, for Tom Ward, you should have got Logan Lerman on there, the guy who acted as Percy Jackson in the Percy Jackson movies. You should have got Logan Lerman and Liam Neeson to be Tom Ward and John Gregory. That would have fit a lot better. And for Alice, find someone Lerman's age. That'll work. Dye her hair brunette or black or whatever the color is. Fix it. Fix it. Epic rage. Okay, I gotta end this review. But I also want to tell you guys I'm going to be doing a new series of videos on my channel, and I haven't been playing games for a while now. I know. I want to start playing games. If you want me to play more games for tablet, put it down in the comments below. But I'm going to start stuff like personal theories. I'm going to do movie reviews if you want me to continue. I'm going to do versus, like, who would be better characters from any other thing. If you have anything you want me to do, if you want me to do a character from real life and versus a character in fiction or fiction, whatever it is, even a name, I'll look it up and I'll do a versus if you want. But you gotta tell me that. And as for the movies or trailer reviews, I'll probably continue that. And guys, if you want me to do a kind of video, tell me, alright? I haven't really made a video in a while. I'm getting kind of bored, and I'd like to continue, because it's really fun to make videos. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys later. Like, if you want to see more, comment below, leave a comment below. And subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. I bid you all a good day.